Oh man. Yeah, we back, y'all. We back in the building, man. We back in the building. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, cause we gotta talk about this T Grizzly still. He actually responded. He did a little quick respond, nothing crazy, I guess. We're gonna get to that, but there's more allegations and narratives out there swarming around the internet, whatever. You know, the part that they saying that he Prenick is, know what I mean, slash auntie manager, that one that passed away. May her rest in peace. JB, my condolences to her and to the family out there in Detroit. But there's a lot of it's a lot of theories going on now. It's a lot of theories going on, and people are starting to put this shit together. People is like, yo, what's going on here? I don't want to believe that he backdoored his own slash auntie manager or whatever. But see, when you start thinking about it, you're like, okay, they wasn't related. They wasn't blood auntie. But then, like somebody said before, what was the autopsy come up about her being pregnant? We're gonna get to a clip that actually Flacco, shout out to him, that be on no jumper. He actually spoke about this, you know what I mean? And they mentioned this shit in the court. Now the family members they not the one putting the narrative out there. It's the state that putting the narrative out there. It's the police, it's them that putting the narrative out there saying that allegedly, and everything I speak on is alleged, that T Grizzly impregnated his slash auntie slash manager, whatever. And you remember she was married to his uncle, I guess, big time nigga out there in Detroit, whatever. But the way the scenery went down, the way they ambushed the car, she got hit up 8 times and they opened the door and all this. And some people are starting to think, was his own team trying to backdoor him? As far as the 600, the Chicago niggas he was running with. 'Cause remember, he was running with 600. He was running with OTF also. And he's very close with 600 Booker. Now everybody knows who 600 Booker is. So it's a possibility that could have probably happened, but I don't think that's a possibility because him and Book are still friends. We don't know if this nigga had beef with 600 on Woo, whatever, the kid that's allegedly being accused of killing his auntie slash manager from the last video I showed y'all. So it's a lot of shit going on here. The only one gonna actually speak, if he is, it's a possibility 600 Woo gonna start talking, or he's gonna keep it 10 toes down, don't say nothing, but they probably gonna ask him now that he's getting accused and he's the alleged shooter that killed that lady that night. Now they probably gonna question him about the crime, about the scene, about the homicide, about what happened that day. It's gonna get spooky. It's gonna get real spooky. But let's talk about this, man. We gotta go through these clips, man. We gotta react to it, man. Y'all already know the vibes light went up, man. Let's get this show started, man. Yo, 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 yo. If they know, they know. It's your boy Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Smash that thumbs up. Ain't gonna hurt your feeling. Ain't gonna do none of that. Know what I mean? It's free. Share the video. Do everything. Notification bell on. Make sure you keep that on so you know when I'm dropping these videos. Subscribe to the channel. I don't know what the hell you waiting on. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Share the video. Do all that. Let's get this copyright out the way. Shout out to Team Smoke Gang. Shout out to everybody that been supporting the channel also. Copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find that in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here, absolutely for educational and entertainment purpose. Again, copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find that in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here, absolutely for educational and entertainment purpose. The clips and videos I play are also owned by the original creators. So we're gonna get straight to it, man. Now I wanna show y'all something though. Hold up before we get to the clip. Now, this is his auntie right here. This is slash auntie slash manager and all this. Now there was a post when she actually posts something, and you see how cozy he is. Now this is the auntie, this is the manager right here that he got his hands all over you. You would think that's wifey right there, not for nothing from my outside that's looking in. Pause. Now I mean, we would think that's actually a wifey. Am I lying? I sit back and wait on that. If y'all was to see this picture, what y'all automatically think? Oh, damn, that's T Grizzly. And then this is way before. This is when she was alive now. We're talking years ago. And yeah, she posts something on her on her what's the name? saying that he makes it so hard for me to have a real MCM. Remember when them girls was putting an MCM and all that shit on Instagram? Yeah, this my MCM, this and that, man. Crush Monday. You remember all that BS? That they don't even do that shit no more. That's how you know this was years ago, whatever. But he respond back by saying, by saying she don't need an MCM. Now, why would you respond back by saying that? Now this a old ass. I mean, under that shit that she posted, is an old ass caption that he put under there. But I took this instead because he posted this saying that she didn't need an on my man after she said T Grizzly made it hard for her to have an MCM. Now this is at the time when she did post this. This is her. May her rest in peace. So you would think they had something going on here. I don't know. They too friendly over here. Why would you even post that? Oh, he make it hard for me. Shit, he make it hard for me to have an MCM. Like what? Wasn't you married to this man, uncle? Why T Grizzly will make it hard for you to have a man crush Monday, whatever? Because you know that's what MCM stand for when they was to do that shit on Instagram, whatever. Why would your slash little nephew, whatever, make it hard for you to have a MCM? And then he caps it back, oh, you don't need one now. We don't know if he's saying that because he's holding Unc down, whatever, his uncle down. We don't know. But when you see the little hugs and all this, and I mean, you would think they, from outside looking in, you would think they actually in a goddamn relationship. You would think that. This nasty work, man. Then you got T Grizzly 600, old block, 300 members, all over the years. A 600 member unalive his aunt. Now remind y'all, like I told y'all, the 600 nigga, this is the nigga that'll unalive his aunt. This is 600 on Woo. Nigga from Chicago. Everybody know T Grizzly been locked in with OTF and 600 for years. Him and Dirk, they was locked in for mad years. And y'all remember when him and Dirk, y'all always used to see these niggas together until his aunt passed away, and all of a sudden, nigga, him and Dirk they wasn't taking pictures so much like they was in the beginning when he was running around with these niggas and all these goddamn pictures right here. Nothing wrong with a Detroit and Chicago link. It ain't nothing wrong with that, know what I mean? But we gotta remind ourselves this nigga was linked in with the Chicago niggas out there. So if it was some type of contract dispute and all this, and he wanted to get out his contract, and Auntie ain't want to let him go, and if it's allegedly everything I speak on is alleged, if he did impregnate his aunt slash manager, and she wasn't trying to whatever have abortion, we don't know what the hell was going on here. But there's so many narratives that you could sit back and you pin and you think about it. Then you think about the goddamn interview he did for the last interview, last video I showed y'all when he explaining the whole goddamn scenario that happened that night. Why would you do that with an interview with a nigga that you doing an interview with and explain it to that nigga for, knowing that that shit could come back and haunt you 5 years from now? Exactly what's going on now. People going back to the interviews like, yo, hold up, that shit sound crazy. But Detroit, up there in Detroit, a lot of people say, man, y'all outside people, y'all just finding this shit out. Us in the city, we already assumed that this nigga had a backdoor little thing going on. This is the people in Detroit are saying that. I'm not saying this. The people out there in the city are saying this. That they felt T had something to do with JB, made her rest in peace, getting knocked off that night. I don't want to believe that. But man, let's get to these clips, man. I don't want to believe it. I want to believe another way niggas came through. Cause remember, he said his cousin came out the house with the gun, and you know what I mean, after these niggas, I mean, when they started shooting at the car, whatever. I don't know if these niggas was doing crossfire towards each other. They was aiming at each other, fire going across each other. She might have got hit up. But see, the thing is, if you bucking at somebody and the niggas are bucking back and the niggas are bucking back at you, she's not gonna get hit up all 8 times in one spot. That's impossible. That's what make everybody think like, nah, there couldn't be no crossfire going on that T Grizzly don't really want to tell the story about, because it would have been more ammo on the floor. It would have been more bullets on the floor because you got two rivals, whatever, or you got T Grizzly cousin, he bucking back, whatever, and the other nigga bucking back. There would have been shells on both sides. So how the hell, may her rest in peace, she would have got hit all in one side though. See, he messed up by doing that goddamn interview, explaining what happened that day. Oh yeah, you know when I hopped out the car and I walked to the side door, they opened the door when they hopped out, they started shooting inside. Why would you say that, champ? To a goddamn regular nigga that's interviewing you as that. This said you ain't in a room with no with the feds and none of that shit, nigga, for you to be talking like that. And you shouldn't be explaining what the hell happened at night anyway. That part. T Grizzly sloppy. He messed up, yo. He messed up bad on this. Cause that interview is gonna haunt you, nigga. That shit gonna come back on you, man. But let's get to the clips, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video, man. Let's get to it, man. That boy did bad on this.
Speculated T Grizzley backdoored his auntie, and the details will really make you think he's slimy like that. Fans first pointed out something weird when they went to an old interview of T explaining what happened to his aunt. And he said this: JB was iffy on dirty houses, so when we left the studio to go to someone's house, she wanted to stay in the car. Now that's not crazy. It's very common for older folks to say things like that. Now what happened that night? While T was in the crib, somebody ran up to the car his auntie was in, opened the door, and gave her 8 kisses. T said he ran to the room window to see what was happening. But a lady who was in the crib with him said that was a lie. He was laying on his stomach, kicking his feet in the air, giggling, like a true Detroit native. Until now, that was the story. Until someone by the name of Wu Thang from OTF got arrested for the hit. Now, to the naked eye, y'all would think there would be no reason for animosity between him and his auntie. Well, what y'all don't know is that was also his label owner, and she wouldn't let him own his music. Fans say that was the reason to put a hit out on her. What do you think?
It's a lot of shit going on, man. We don't know. It could be a contract dispute. We don't know if Auntie was on some bully shit, like, nah, I'm not letting you go, nephew. This, we don't know what the hell going on here. We don't know this nigga signed a contract that he in a 10-year lock contract with her, and he wanted her out of here. We don't know. We don't know. It's nasty, but we just don't know yet. Let's continue. Smash that like.
T Grizzley just spoke on the rumors of him backdooring his auntie.
I just ain't the nigga that's about to go around trying to clear no shit up, because it is what it is. As far as like, you know, I ain't about to be. Certain shit you can't entertain, bro, especially when it's absolutely nonsense. You see what I'm saying? But you do got a lot of motherfuckers though that go to the internet and think that everything they see on that is facts. It's not a place for facts. You can see some shit dead in your face, chat. That's not true. So you think you can't be fooled by the internet?
See, I really don't know who to believe. This is exactly how I sound when I'm lying. I know it all too well. What do you think?
Now let's get to the full part when he explaining that. This is him responding that. He responded. He responded with the allegations, him setting his auntie slash manager, whatever, whatever. Let's get to the main one now. Now listen to this shit, man.
I just ain't the nigga that's about to go around trying to clear no shit up, because it is what it is. As far as like, you know, I ain't about to be. Certain shit you can't entertain, bro, especially when it's absolutely nonsense. You see what I'm saying? But you do got a lot of motherfuckers though that go to the internet and think that everything they see on that bitch is facts. It's not a place for facts. You can see some shit dead in your face, chat. That's not true. So you think you can't be fooled by the fucking internet?
You know what cracks me up about niggas like him, bro? They want to blame the internet for the dumbass mistakes that these niggas make when they do these dumbass interviews and they explain a whole goddamn crime scene that, oh yeah, you know, they hopped out, they opened the door, they hit her up 8 times and this. Nigga, you ain't even have to explain all that. We gonna go back in memory lane and I'm gonna show the people again the interview that you didn't have to explain like that. Because a lot of people were saying, why the hell you even talking? Then while you talking, you playing a goddamn video game with no type of emotion or nothing. I know that everybody got different ways of grieving, whatever. Now, I mean, if you want to say it that way, whatever. But Come on, man. Ain't this supposed to be your slash auntie slash manager that helped you with your career and all this and pushed you? She quit her day job and all that shit to proceed your career, whatever, to help you with your dreams, nigga. Nah, champ. And then come to find out it was a member that you actually locked in with them 600 niggas, 600 woo, the one that's connected to your aunt getting unalive. What's going on here? Did them niggas actually try to backdoor you, nigga? Them 600 Chicago niggas? Because we know that's a little thing going on out there in Chicago for years. We've been seeing this shit on the internet, news, all types of shit. So this ain't nothing new that I'm speaking about. Was they trying to do that to you, but end up not seeing you on the side of the house, whatever, and you about 6'5", nigga, 200 something damn pounds? I don't know, champ. I don't know. Let's continue. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Let's get to Flacco now. I mean, Flacco's a member from over there. No, yeah, I guess, you know what I mean? He rock with no jumper with over there, you know what I mean? He do dope content. But peep what he had to say about this because he been going viral also. And I mean, make sure you go follow on Flacco, whatever, on subscribe channel over there because he be doing dope on Instagram also. He on there too. So let's peep this out, though. I'm going to try to peep something out.
T. Grizzley want to murder his aunt. Well, in court today, a close source of the family was actually in court. And the state actually threw out that they believe that T. Grizzley impregnated the aunt, that the aunt was pregnant at the time for T. Grizzley's baby, according to the family.
And many more. But I was able to catch it today, although the audio wasn't allowed for screen recording while looking. You can only screen record if the audio picks up from another device. And I didn't know that today. But I took some key notes. And the house that T. Grizzley allegedly stopped at the day JB lost her life to go inside. Remember we said that was his aunt's house? Another aunt? Well, she took the stand today. And to sum up 8 hours for you guys in 60 seconds, I say this. That rumor that's floating around that T. Grizzley got his alleged aunt pregnant, the state believes that. Not the family TV, not Reddit, the state.
Come to find out, T. Grizzley and his aunt slash manager isn't blood related. So if T. Grizzley is impregnating her, it feels like the situation got messy. But what's the official theory? What's the official conspiracy? You heard a lot of bits and pieces. Well, here is the full theory laid out and exactly why people believe that T. Grizzley hired the help of his friend Wu Thing, who was close with his best friend Buka 600. And
Let's continue.
here is why here's the theory people believe explains why T. Grizzley did this.
This is why T. Grizzley backdoored his auntie. When T. Grizzley first came home, he dropped his hit song, First Day Out. But due to debts T owed to the government, he made his uncle wife, JB, which some will say is his auntie, his manager, and made her make and fake label, and signed himself to the fake label, so all his music would be under JB name. But by the time T. Grizzley got rich and paid off all his debts, he was ready to put all his music back in his name. But JB was refusing to sign the papers to give T his music back. So T would pay 600 buka to have someone from his side to kill JB. So on August 20th, 2019, T and JB would both link up, and when T would get out and walk in the house, 600, Wu-Tang would pull up and shoot JB 8 times as T was walking in the house.
I feel like I'm at least obligated to say it doesn't make sense the entire way that he did it as well. Because how do these people know, like, what was in T Grizzley's contract? Right? Like, how do they know, like, all his music was in this lady's name?
That is true. But there's no way niggas gonna hold up. Before we continue, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, do me that favor. Y'all already know what's going on here, man. Smash the like button, do me that favor. Smash that like, share the button, share the video, do all that. Subscribe to the channel also. But now we're gonna go back to the interview, man. We just gonna go back. We got time here. We got time, man. I know people got time too, and they probably want to go. Some people probably didn't even see the interview, but we're gonna go back to this interview. And like I continue saying, I don't want to believe that he actually has something to do with this. Maybe he slipped out a little. He got lucky and he got out that car, whatever. But see, you would think that, but then when they found out who was connected to the unaliving his aunt slash manager, it's a 600 memo all the way from effing Chicago. that's cool, that's best friends with hit the best friends with 600, that he's best friend with 600. The nigga's connected to his best friend from Chicago, bro, that unalive his arm. So now you sit back, you're like, hold up, there's only two things that's possible. Them niggas try to backdoor you, nigga, and you still friends with 600 because he was at your got 600 buka because he was at your goddamn wedding. But see, all the news came out now. This ain't before. Now, if they did try to backdoor you, now you only finding this out now because now they found out that dude 600 from Chicago, Woo, is connected to the unalive in his arm / manager. So there's only gonna be two things. They try to backdoor your ass, or you set this whole play up over we don't know what it is. It could be contract dispute, it could be contract situations, it could be the other shit. You impregnated your aunt / manager, allegedly. So we don't know what it could be, to be honest. But those are the only two things I could actually think of. They try to get your ass nigga, and you 6'5", 200 something pounds. But see, they said you went through the side door, you went in the house, and that's when they pulled up to the car. That's coming out your own mouth, champ. Let's go back memory lane to the interview that he actually did where he spoke too goddamn much, to be honest. That's what's wrong with these niggas. Why would you see at the time when he did this interview, the case was still open. Actually, that's the crazy part. The case was still open. They didn't have nobody on this case that unalived him when he spoke about this and breaking the shit down in details as that. Niggas is they bugged out. Let's go back memory lane on the interview that he spoke about his aunt getting unalive.
Want to believe in you. She took her money and put it into your career, and
she quit her job to start managing me.
Yeah. Did you when she said she wanted to do that? Did you try to talk her out of it?
No, hell no, I ain't trying to talk her out of it. Because she already had money, so she was already straight for real.
Okay.
And I really needed that. And I saw that she was the only one that really believed. She was the only one I could trust for real. You know what I'm saying? So I was all for it.
Okay. Like I said, whenever she needed something, man, she would definitely reach out to me.
Yeah, and you know me, you and her linked up on a couple occasions.
Yeah.
You done caught me at the casino getting struck one time.
Yeah, I seen you over there, man. They bite your ass over there today?
They did. I'm ashamed when I lost that day.
You was barely speaking. I said, hey, they must be tearing them up right now.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All good, man. So the night everything happened, man. Can you kind of go over that night with us? I know y'all was at the studio. I seen you on your Instagram.
Yeah, so we was at the studio with Guapo and Jay Swan or whatever, and I'm going over my cousin's house, my older cousin.
Mm-hmm.
He was real close with my pops, just like my pops' brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I always try to, you know what I'm saying, show him some love because that's another wound we really ain't healed from.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I went over there, and I was telling her, like, come in the house. And she like, no, I don't want to go in. I'm begging her to come in the house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, certain...
Remember, she don't like going to houses like that. She a little bougie, she a little older, she ain't sitting on no dirty couches and all that shit, no trap house, she ain't with that. Remember what I said in my last video though? I don't want to believe that T Grizzly. Listen, this is all alleged, and I hope I hope it don't come back to T. I'm being honest, because seem like he a good artist. He make good music. He's staying out the way. He's married. He doing what he doing now. But I don't want to believe this. But if it's true, if you know an individual that's like that, that they lifestyles like that, they not gonna. I mean, you know, they not you. They little bougie. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. They just don't go to anybody's house, sit on their couch and all this. And she's not with all that. That's a perfect way of trying to set somebody up, actually. Allegedly. Because you know that individual is not gonna get out the car and go inside that house. That person's gonna stay inside. Now, I'm only going by the story that he's telling us. Because there's only could be two things, man, on this situation. They was trying to backdoor him, or somebody's trying to get his ass and he dodged one. But it ended up hitting, his auntie / manager, may her rest in peace. Or it was a bag on her, or it was a bag on her head. Those are the only two options you could think of. But if you do want to do something, I mean, that's a perfect way of doing it because you know that person's not gonna get out that goddamn car to go inside somebody's trap house. You know she ain't sitting on no just ordinary people couches and all this. She's not doing that. So if you know that nigga, yo man, come on. You convincing her to still come in according to what you're telling us when we continue. But you know deep down inside she's not gonna get out that car. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. I hope T ain't got shit to do with this.
I'm saying, like, certain areas you just can't. You just gotta move right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't about where you at. I could go anywhere I want to.
Right.
But I gotta move right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm moving right, can't nothing happen to me. So I'm telling her coming out. She like, no, because JB was kind of like funny acting about dirty houses.
Okay.
And stuff like that.
You see? JB was funny acting about dirty houses. So if you know it, and I'm only saying this alleged, man, because there's this they're assuming there's a narrative, there's allegations on T. Now I mean connected to this because of the person that I mean that's connected of unaliving his aunt. That he's cool with that group over there. But if you are actually putting it back, like that's a perfect way of doing it. Because you know that person not gonna get out that car. Because you know she's funny acting about going in dirty houses. That part. And I sit back and wait on that. Come on, man. What we like, that's what I'm saying, T. This interview gonna come back and haunt you, nigga. I'm telling you, they gonna like, nigga, they sitting your ass there. But I heard he say he's not gonna. I heard he's not gonna take the stand in court or nothing. This another allegation that he's not gonna even participate taking a stand in court when that woo. I mean, when there's all this shit is continue going on because this shit didn't even hit the news or nothing. If y'all think about it. It hit the news when it first happened, but it wasn't no man. All the last shooter is this and that, and nah, this shit didn't even hit the news. People, the people found out through some local shit out there in Detroit. How the hell this shit? This is T Grizzly. This is a big rapper right here. He's a big streamer too in the video game industry. That's what mostly he getting most of his money at. Video game industry. That nigga loaded over there with that money. And guess who he got connected with? That 600 Buka, his best friend. He got his own streaming going on too on Twitch. And guess who's the shooter to unaliving his aunt and dad manager? 600 Woo. That's connected to 600 Buka. That's best friends with T Grizzly. You can't make this shit up, man. Let's continue.
Okay.
They was shooting in the car. They hit her 8 times though.
And you have no idea where this came from?
No, I ain't got no idea where it came from, but it ain't even matter where it came from. Who I felt like everybody was a suspect. I felt like everybody was a suspect. So even if a person wasn't a suspect, if I didn't like that person, it was escalated. My dislike for them was escalated times 10. So yeah, everybody was guilty around that time.
Man.
Let's continue.
To her, she just a clean, real clean person.
Okay.
It's like, no, I don't want to go in them people's house. I don't want to sit on their furniture and all that stuff. And I'm like, all right, I'll be right back. So I'm knocking on the door. My people's taking so long to come to the door. You know what I'm saying? And they finally come to the door. As soon as I see her, as soon as I see my auntie, she about to open the door. I hear a whole bunch of shots going off. You know what I'm saying? Behind me, I hear a whole bunch of shots going off. So I get down because I'm thinking they about to come to the side and start, you know what I'm saying, shooting at me, and I ain't got nothing on me at the time. My cousin ran out with a gun. I'm like, perfect. So we ran out on the street. When we ran out, my driver was gone with no cars out there. I'm like,
She was in the. So what was the vehicle? She was in the car. Like
she was in the car. She was in the car.
Okay.
She was in the car on the street. So my cousin ran out with the gun or whatever, and we ran out in the front to see what's going on and to. If somebody up on us, we gonna get them off us. So once we got outside, once we got in the front where they was at, my driver gone. There's no cars out here.
Why is you explaining to her it's an open case still until now. Is what I'm trying to remind y'all. The time when he did that goddamn interview was an open case. The shit was still unsolved. and you over here explaining, yeah, you know, playing a video game and shit, yeah, you know, I was on the side and all this, and you know, my cousin came out with the strap and like, nigga, what, nigga? You about to have niggas you gonna have niggas indicted, having these niggas come to court now and explaining what the hell happened that night, which these niggas probably don't want to explain. Your cousin and you and not bro, you can't make this shit up, man. The mistakes that people make sometimes. You can't just do an interview and explain an unsolved crime scene, an unsolved murder that happened where you was at. And then at the time, assuming that you was the target. We still don't even know if you was the target or not. But the way Auntie got hit up 8 times on the side, it seemed like she was the target. That part. And I sit back and wait on that. They open the door and start letting all shots inside the damn car. So it couldn't be no crossfire. Because a crossfire, she went and got hit up 8 times exactly that way. And if you never would have spoke the way you spoke in that interview, maybe it would have been a different scenario and the different allegations out there if you never would have spoke on this goddamn interview right here. Because this is one of the interviews you broke it down too much, according to what you're saying. It's nasty work. These niggas is bugged out. I'm telling you, man. It's like...
So was you had to enter through the back door or something?
Yeah, I went
okay. Side door. Okay, I get you. Okay.
But basically, I don't even know what's going on at this point.
Okay.
So we in the front, I look in the street. I don't see no glass in the street. So I'm like, oh, they straight. You know what I'm saying? That's probably some... I didn't even think this had nothing to do with us.
Okay.
You feel me?
Right.
But my cousin still came out there with the gun, though.
Mm-hmm.
So I was cool with going out there. I'm like, I ain't see no glass in the street. I'm thinking they heard some shots and pulled off.
Okay.
So now I'm mad now. Like, y'all heard them shots, why would y'all leave me over here?
Right.
You feel me?
We're going to go back right quick. Remember in the beginning of the video when I told you there's only going to be 2 scenarios on this? Either they was trying to backdoor T Grizzley, allegedly, because they ran down, opened the door, the same door that he hopped out of and all this, according to what he's saying. And the second scenario only could be it was a bag on slash Auntie manager head, allegedly. Because like he said, yo, it wasn't no glass on the floor, wasn't no man, because they went straight to the target. Those are the only 2 scenarios you could think of. They try to backdoor UT, or there was a bag on Auntie head, allegedly. This is nasty work, and we only going off the interview you giving us. You should have never even spoke, nigga. It's an unsolved case at that time when you did this interview, champ. Come on. That's what I'm saying. I hope you don't got nothing to do with this. Seriously, you seen a good slime, man? Like, but damn, champ, why you talk on this goddamn interview? You can't blame nobody but yourself on this one now, because this interview you spoke a little bit too much. Mm-mm.
So was you had to enter through the back door or something?
Yeah, I went
side door. Okay, I get you. Okay.
But basically, I don't even know what's going on at this point.
Okay.
So we in the front, I look in the street. I don't see no glass in the street. So I'm like, oh, they straight. You know what I'm saying? That's probably some... I didn't even think this had nothing to do with us.
Okay.
You feel me?
Right.
But my cousin still came out there with the gun, though.
Mm-hmm.
So I was cool with going out there. I'm like, I ain't see no glass in the street. I'm thinking they heard some shots and pulled off.
Okay.
So now I'm mad now. Like, y'all heard them shots, why would y'all leave me over here?
Right.
You feel me? You could at least call me and told me, like, it's too much going on over here. Come on, we gone. You know what I'm saying? That my driver ended up calling me, like, and told me what happened. So basically what happened, they walked up to my door and opened my door. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas opened my door trying to get at me. Ended up hitting her up.
Would they hit her on the body?
They hit her on her side and in her arm. She didn't get hit in her head or her face and nothing, just all on her side.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
How many
on
times?
The side where her heart at.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, on the side where her heart at too, so that shit was fucked up. She got shot like that before a long time ago with my uncle.
Okay.
His car got shot up and she got hit in the exact same place, but she lived.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because she went straight to the hospital.
Okay.
My uncle drove her straight to the hospital as soon as it happened. But
was she alive when did she die on the scene or the hospital?
I don't even. I think that no. She died at the hospital. She was still alive. She was still breathing and everything. She called me.
She called you
while she was shot. She called me.
What'd she say?
I was trying to talk to her. I didn't hear what she was saying.
Oh,
She couldn't really form no words. You know what I'm saying? But like nigga,
Yo, you can't make this shit up, man. You like, I just had to pause for a second. Cause you would think this nigga in front of the fans and he about to just crack, he break it down. I can't do it. I'm gonna explain what happened on it. This nigga doing a regular goddamn interview and breaking down an unsolved case at that time that they didn't even had a guy. They ain't had nobody arrested for the unaliving his aunt and manager. But you sitting there explaining the whole details on what happened. That's what that's what some people think that maybe he didn't have nothing to do with this because he did the interview and he explained his side of the story. That's a possibility. You ain't got nothing to lie about, so you just explaining it. You really don't care that, like you said, you're looking at everybody as a suspect, like you said in one of the clips I played. Because there's somebody you allegedly, know what I mean, this person was married to your uncle and everything, champ. Like, so of course you had love for her. So that kind of makes you think like, all right, if he did this interview like this and he spoke about this interview and he broke it down the way he broke it down on his side of the story, maybe he did have nothing to do with it. That's a possibility. Like I said, I hope he didn't. But then you think about it, you're like, okay. But the way old girl got hit up all on the side, and then now it comes back to a member that you best friends with from his crew, the 600. They got him arrested for unaliving your aunt and manager. Now people sit back and think like, what's going on here? People going back, they're hearing that you had contract disputes on some shit or whatever. You signed a nasty contract. You trying to get out of it. Those are rumors and allegations going on right now. You allegedly impregnated her. That's another allegation going on. We don't know. It could be more shit that we don't know. But for you to do an interview like this and break down the details, the way you broke it down and this and that, oh yeah, I went through the side door and I went inside and this and that, and the niggas opened the door. Like, how you know they opened the same door they hit her up at though? Weren't you inside the house? But it wasn't a second person in the car also, I think, if I am mistaken. Somebody put that smoke in the comment for me. Was JB the only one in the car? But I think it was a second person in the car also. I don't know, man. It's very hard. I mean, like like I mean, because you think about it, you like, damn. Like I hope T really wasn't this sloppy if he was involved in this allegedly, and then you go do an interview like this when the case is still open. They're still trying to figure out what happened to him. People in the streets consider that as you snitching, as you telling on the people and you telling on your ops, whoever did it. That's the code that y'all play by, right? And then if you was involved, nigga, you telling on yourself, trying to make it seem like you wasn't involved. But then when you everybody look at it, how she get hit up all 8 times in one side? And she was the only target. She was the only one hit. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge on that, man. What y'all think? Y'all think T got something to do with this? Y'all think allegedly, man, it's a contract dispute or some shit like that going on, or some shit between him and her with the he impregnated her allegedly. I don't know. This is alleged. I don't want to believe that shit, but when you look at certain photos and little captions, oh yeah, he make it hard for me. He make it hard for me to have an MCM, all that shit, and he comment back, you don't need one, and they all hugged up. I mean, come on, man. We know how the hood play, man. They not blood related. They married related. And we know some drinks, some nights, you know what I mean? You her manager, and then maybe she looking all nice, and I mean, she looking, know what I mean? Y'all drinking and all this. Yeah, you looking good over there, you know what I mean? All this, and one thing lead to another out here in these streets. Y'all not mad, y'all not blood related. Y'all married related. Oh, not like, so, and I think she wasn't with Unc no more either, so I don't know what I mean? So I'm gonna let y'all be the judge on this though, because this is nasty work. The whole thing is though, this interview gonna come back, and a couple things he probably mentioned, a couple other clips and whatever. But this interview right here, this is one of the main interviews where it's gonna come back and haunt him, which is doing right now. That's why he had to respond to it. Oh, the internet. Nah, you can't blame the internet, nigga. You gotta blame yourself for doing bozo shit like this. Explaining an open case while you playing a video game getting interviewed. You know better than that, champ. I'm up out of here, man. On to the next video, man. I want to hear y'all statement, hear y'all comment, hear y'all smoke. Nah, man. Do y'all think T, or do y'all don't think T was involved? Do y'all think he slid one? Nah, I mean, or y'all think somebody was trying to backdoor T? Nah, I mean, it could be all types of angles on this, to be honest. But the way Auntie got hit up and all this, I don't know. That shit nasty work to me. I'm up out of there. On to the next video, man. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video, keep that notification bell on so you know when I'm dropping my video. If they know, they know. It's your boy Smoke News TV, man. Salute, gang. I'm out of here.